had to kind of figure out what the bugs were in the algorithm. They're like repeating tasks that are already done, right? All the tasks are kind of out of order. Basically, the project is based around computer science.
With the mat, and you're like telling it which ways to go.
And even broader than computer science is about computational thinking.
Just like understanding how algorithms work.
We have teams of 4 teachers at Rush and Rose Hill and Lakeview.
You didn't ask the question, what do you use? Like, you know,
And they will be learning about computer science and computational thinking, and then making those leaps to then do activities with their kids.
And take a minute to discuss the...
We have a group activity, so we get together and work through that, and they're pretty fun.
That might be an easier way to think about it.
It's usually learning the skills behind technology, so it's not necessarily using the technology, but learning the computational thinking that's required in order to teach the students that kind of thinking.
Computers are everywhere nowadays, and they will be using computers at school and at home. So when you jump, you skip a space, you jump. So you're off the grid. It's important to know the skills slightly before teaching the kids, so I can help explain it to them, but then we're all learning it together, which makes it more authentic, and it just brings our classroom community together as well.
I want to paint the baby.
These are teachers that are taking their time to then go through this professional development.
Show her how to build the code.
And then work with kids.
Coders, what does she need to do first?
In kindergarten, we're building all of these skills that you take them for granted when you're working in a company, maybe you're working as a programmer. You don't realize that what you're doing is working as a team, solving problems, taking others' ideas into account, valuing others' opinions. Those are all social skills we teach in kindergarten.
What does she need to do to get to the bone?
In the Rosie the Dog game, they are building a code for Rosie to pick up her bones, avoid the puddles, and get to her dog kennel. And to do that, they have to have very specific directions. Nice job, guys!
So this is what we call an unplugged activity, where the students are coding without being on the computer, so they are still thinking through the steps together, working as a team, and they have to build their algorithm in steps. So they're using paper to show the steps rather than a computer.
And how are you going to run the program? Press and it'll start. When we got these Ozobots, now we can actually program a robot to do the same thing that we were doing on the computer, so the kids really like seeing that.
I find computer science very interesting, how you get to code and make different objects do things. I find very cool.
Forward 6. Exciting. I've been looking for ways to teach kids coding, and I really like the Ozobots so far, and hopefully Scratch Junior in the future.
You can do almost anything with coding.
I appreciate the teams that I have because they're dedicating a lot of time to this project.
I do have to adapt a lot of things to their language, to their ability level, but I get really positive responses from them, and they are eager to learn.
So start the program. What color is it going to start? So we talk a lot about grit and just try something. If it doesn't work, then try something else. So the computational thinking really says, like, if it doesn't work, just figure out what's wrong, try it again. It's not a failure, it's just one step towards the right answer. Okay, you want to try it?
It's important that kids get exposure to computer science at an early age, and that they understand that computer science is something that is not scary. It is not something that is male-dominated. It's something that they do all the time. It's something that they're going to have the ability as they move through grade levels to choose to do robotics and STEM and computer science. And that's what's important, and that's what I want kids to get.